we're at a time in our lives where there's a lot of royal commissions, political unrest, shake-ups in tantra communities, shake-ups in the foundation that we've had some kind of comfort in. There's a real shift in consciousness happening in the world at the moment. Have you felt it? For me, I feel it and I keep feeling it, and then I find my center in it, and then something else happens, and then I find my center in it and something else happens. What it's teaching me is to keep moving forward. It's teaching me to allow the process and surrender to the process. Anytime that I've fought the process, or my mind has tried to understand it or control it, the process has become more painful. For me, it's not about understanding the process because the frequency that's coming in is so strong. It's about allowing it to come in and surrendering to it with trust and openness, because my mind doesn't need to have the understanding of it. And from there, I've been able to reconnect with points in my heart and my life where I made decisions that perhaps took me in a direction that wasn't my true path. So now I get to make those decisions again because the clarity is starting to come in. Because what happens with high light frequency when it goes into density and matter is it starts to bring the clarity forward into here, into the insight. So you then are not tainted by anyone else or anyone else's decisions. You have the legs to then follow through into your path. And for me, this collective, this psychosomatic collective, is paving a path for you to see some of your peers or people that you've seen around the block working with psychosomatics in a way that is their creation. So this is a gathering.
People that are at a time in their lives right now where they're wondering what's next. They're either at a crossroads or they're lost, completely lost. Their worlds are breaking down, their belief systems are breaking down, relationships, jobs, homes, everywhere this is happening, political systems. We see it everywhere. And in this breakdown, something is trying to rise in people. And it's difficult when you're standing alone to allow that to rise in a way that isn't daunting and isn't going to be suppressed back down. It's very easy at this time to be pushing your light, this new light that's trying to come through, down and pretending it's not there because we don't know what we're stepping into. So an event like this is stepping into a new frequency of light and allowing you, giving you the supportive container to be in that light and allow it to filter through the cells and bones and blood of your body. And it's easier, so much easier, when you have others like you in a group to do it with, to be in community, to be saturated in that energy for not just an hour or a few hours, but for days. This is a melting pot of creation. There is a new dawn. There is a new wave coming. There are people we have to say goodbye to in our lives. There are things that we have to leave behind. So who is on this new wave with you? That's what this event is about. It is lighthearted, it is light frequency, and it is something that hasn't been done before.
Yes. So welcoming everybody in who feels called to be a part of a shift, and having others around you that are changing at the same rate that you're changing. And as you're going through these shifts, you're hearing the stories and you're hearing the other things that are going on for these other people and the resonance that you have with their story with you. And it's a way of showing you how you can potentially cope with the changes, because something someone shares in this group dynamic, in this gathering dynamic, helps you see a new way and find a new way and find your inner core, finding that part of you that can lift up and go, yes, I'm not alone. I do have this crazy community. I am a part of something. I'm not in a silo or in the ivory tower. I'm actually a part of something that is changing, and I'm not so afraid to do it on my own when I recognize that there are others who are going through the same thing. This is a really powerful time to come together.
It's I'm hearing everyone here, and I've had lots of conversations with people at the moment that are going through lots of change and trauma and not knowing actually what's going on in their bodies and how do I cope with this situation that's actually occurring for me. And so this question of turmoil is not just happening externally, it's also happening internally with people as their bodies are changing and evolving. And if you try and hold back on it, your body goes into rebellion and your mind and your emotions just struggling to be expressed. So, you know, we really want to engage everyone and bring that joy of being able to laugh at our journey and to be able to cry at our journey and recognize that other people are going through the same thing. And when we look back at it and get a real feel for what's actually happened in the past and go, you know what, that shit is probably good. It's actually made me get to this point and get together with all these people and understand that no matter what, even when I walk away from this gathering, I have this group of people that have had similar experiences, or I want to have their experience, some part of their story as part of my story as well. So when you walk away from this experience, you go away and go, okay, I can do this. I can actually find my own path, my own flavor, my own experience with psychosomatics and make it mine. So, you know, you don't have to follow anyone else's path, but you can be infected by their joy, their pleasure, their, you know, the experience of their life, and bang, you know, I can make this mine and I don't have to do it alone.